The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. Greetings and best wishes. Hey, Dave.
Hey, good evening, Kev.
DA, the Sacramento fans would love to see that as well. Thanks so much for that report. Now Sacramento starting five. Ball is out there with Howard. Then there's Hardaway. And there's Bryant. And it's McGrady in at the two-guard spot. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, I tell you what, Penny Hardaway doing a nice job using that cat-like quickness and length to come up with the steal.
Here are the Magic now. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Carter-Williams. Sacramento making their last shot. Greg, obviously we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because you're still thinking you could be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
The penetrating game, the ability to get inside off the dribble, very important for this team. And Fournier is brilliant when it comes to slicing up the defense with his drives. You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's McGrady, traps in the tray.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Carter-Williams. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte. It's Fournier on the wing. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ross comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's Fulton for Michael Carter-Williams.
And it was a strong year for Evan Fournier. Career highs for him in several categories.
Greg, I like his game. I mean, he's got really nice size. He's highly skilled, plays at a comfortable pace. There's a lot to like about what's in his package. And, you know, he's one of those guys that seems like he's been around forever, and yet he's just now entering the prime of his career. That's scary for opponents.
Now here's Hardaway. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Here's Fournier. Dwight Howard grabs the board. The Kings trail by 3. Ryan in the post, guarded by Fultz, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Bamba is checked in for Orlando. James Ennis comes in for Fournier. To the wing on the left. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Another miss by Orlando. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Sacramento again missing.
And a nice job of utilizing his body to get around the defender, but that's just a tough one to knock down consistently.
Howard's shot is good.
Always nice to see Bryant find the open man. He gets so much attention on himself. That helps create opportunities for other guys.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
they may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
The Kings have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Hardaway finds Bryant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Bryant is the total platinum level package. A lethal shooter, an exceptional defender, a flat-out assassin on offense, and most importantly, this guy's a leader too.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Fultz. Rebound by the Kings. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 6 to shoot. Here's Ross. It's deflected. It'll count. Can't hit that one. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's Sacramento as they end the first quarter with a big 11-3 run. 2K. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Howard is out there with Wallace. And there's Bryant. Then there's Hardaway. And it's McGrady in at the shooting guard position. Fultz, the bounce pass. Isaac kicks to Fultz. Ross on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the corner. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
The Kings have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
The Kings, another fast break chance right here. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
And Orlando making a change here. Vucevic has checked in. Howard, the pass to Hardaway. Wallace trying to break free. Hardaway, no good. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 9 points.
And Clark, last season for Mo Bamba, another step in his progression. Still limited minutes. The team waiting for things to click for the young man.
Agreed. I mean, it's the offense that needs the most work, Greg, but they knew he was going to be a project. They knew this was going to be a work in progress with Mo Bamba, but his defense is already there. I mean, he can hit the glass and protect the rim with the best of it.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, you know what? I think you've got to have that shot in your game, even if you are a big guy now. And Isaac demonstrating that he does have that in his game.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Orlando making some changes. Aaron Gordon comes in for Bamba. And Fournier subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Gordon, with no one around, connects from three-point range. Gordon's got 7 points.
Well, I like the confidence here. Gordon is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot, even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing a play ahead.
Here's Wallace. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. Wallace has got his first points of the night. The Magic trail by 3. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Fournier with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Now Carter Williams. Fournier for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Wallace has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Howard. And slammed in by Howard.
There are not many better on the offensive glass than Howard. He's a flat-out beast, especially if you don't box him out.
And Hardaway comes to help. A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. And it's all evened up. Carter Williams has got his second bucket of the game to go. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Hardaway. That one falls.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
Pass to Vucevic over Howard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Dwight Howard.
Boy, hard to say too much about the craftiness of Vucevic's game. I mean, oftentimes, because he's so clever and so good at drawing fouls, he just toys with defenders.
And Orlando making a change here. Ross is checked in, and Hardaway gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Orlando with the ball. Carter Williams against Hardaway. And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
McGrady. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. McGrady's got his 3rd basket of the night. Carter Williams against Hardaway. To the inside. Here's Vucevic. Good D by Howard. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Kings on top, up 4. It's time now to go court. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a 1 possession. And that's going to do it for our halftime show.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've seen Penny Hardaway really having a great game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Carter Williams, and it's Isaac into the small forward. This is out there for Orlando.
Superb body control by Vucevic, bouncing off the defense and burying the shot.
Sacramento leading by 4.
And Clark, you can see Nikola Vucevic following the trend of many other centers in our league. He's incorporating that 3-point shot into his arsenal.
Well, how about these numbers, Greg? I mean, Vucevic was taking over 4 threes a game. That's like a perimeter player on some teams. I mean, he shoots a respectable clip from that range, but I think it's part of just trying to keep other centers honest as to why he shoots that many.
McCready with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up, and that one's good. McCready.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Orlando making some changes. Hamid Bamba, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Carter Williams. Here's Fournier, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, it was a career year for Evan Fournier, just at the right time. Opted out of his player option over the summer, and he was a free agent.
And Fournier proved that he can put up numbers. Aggressive looking to create with the ball in his hands. This team got a great weapon signing Fournier.
Up top, Kobe. He's covered by Isaac.
When he catches the hot hand, good luck trying to slow him down. Plays so under control, can spot up, drive, create for himself. A matchup nightmare.
And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
The Magic trail by 6. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. James Ennis will check in for Isaac. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Nice job that time using that strong body of his inside. Once Howard has positioning, I think you got to wrap him up.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
And here we go. Fultz heading to the basket. Finished off the break. Now just a 3-point Kings lead.
Fultz is an absolute blur in transition. Excellent at running the floor and getting to his spot.
Hardaway passes to Kobe. Bamba with the block. And he gets it back. Now here's Kobe. He's got 12. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Howard. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. Howard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Kings leading now by 3. Here's Hardaway. Tries again, and Howard with the lay-in. Howard's got 10 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And although the passes aren't flashy by any means, Nikola Vucevic, a very effective playmaker at the pivot.
And Vucevic is very calm when pressed. Reads the defense well and makes the simple but impactful pass. Great in dribble handoffs. It's a big reason he averages almost 4 assists a game.
Gordon's checked in for Orlando. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for Markelle Fultz. Pass to Ross. Back to Carter-Williams. The pass to Ennis. The basket good off the assist from Carter-Williams. Carter-Williams has got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Hardaway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
He hits both from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And the basket by Gordon.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
Outside Gordon. And the call will be against Ben Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. Carter Williams feeling it out a bit for the lead, and it's sent back by Howard. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. It's all tied in Orlando. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court right now for the Kings, we've got Wallace. Hardaway is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's Howard. And it's Bryant in at the three.
Watching Hardaway take over games, love it. Remarkable scorer who can fill it up in bunches in a hurry.
Orlando's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Oh, I like how Carter Williams spreads the ball around. I mean, he opens up a lot of opportunities for his guys to shoot it.
And it's McGrady that time on the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his fourth assist in this one. Hardaway against Carter Williams. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front. The way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
And that one's good. McGrady.
Guys, I'll tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Here's Carter Williams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The Syracuse alum, Carter Williams, a combo guard with really outstanding court vision and excellent speed.
Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for the Magic. For Sacramento, they've gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Passes it to Howard. He can't get it to go. Isaac with some nice D. And there's the call on Howard. That's his third foul of the game. Orlando leading. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Outside Fournier. Outside Gordon. Clock at 6. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Bryant, and finish off by Bryant.
And Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, boy, what a terrific passer he is. Great floor awareness and does an excellent job finding the open man.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
Bryant against Isaac. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Sacramento.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Now a timeout called by Orlando. We've seen Penny Hardaway really having a great game.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Penny Hardaway.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Gordon finds Carter Williams. .149 left in the fourth quarter. Nice defense from Waltz. And that one is hammered home.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
The Magic trail by 4. And here is Carter Williams. Oh, he's going to get hit with his second flagrant foul of the day, and that's the limit. He's out of the game and on his way to the locker room.
I can't believe he wouldn't exercise more control. I mean, knowing he already had one flagrant foul, you can't be that reckless when you're on thin ice like he was.
Greg, after his first flagrant, you knew the officials were going to have their eyes on the rest of the way, and now he'll be making the lonely walk, the walk of shame, back to the locker room. Whiteside's checked in for Sacramento. We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Here's McGrady. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Kings.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets. And Kobe lives for these situations. You know how much he likes the spotlight, and boy, does he deliver time and time again.
And that one falls for Bryant. Here's Carter Williams.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with the quick bucket here.
Isaac. Once again off the mark, Orlando. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And Bryant kicks to McGrady. They get it again. Here's Whiteside, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Vucevic.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
There's Gordon with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Orlando now.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Here's Kobe, and Kobe throws it down.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are